Milo 2, brought to you by the best names in the business and a whole bunch of my mates helping out. Wow, now you've seen a lot of the work that's going into Milo 2 if you've been watching this, and you'll know that, the old Roothy's lifted his game a little bit in terms of a whole lot of things, and comfort has actually come and whacked me over the head. This all came about after discussions with Neville from Tru-Fit about what's available these days in the way of insulation and underlay and stuff like that. And I was doing a job a little while ago over at Deadener Coaches. They're Australia's #1 luxury coach building company, right? And I saw all these products over there and I thought, well, that's really interesting, because it looks like a really cool way to cut out a whole lot of noise. Why do I need to cut out noise when I've got a great big fat 3-inch exhaust pipe? Well, mostly because one of the biggest complaints I've had from film crews over the years has been sound insulation inside the cabin. So, with that in mind and with the fact that the Handbrake might want to come on a couple of trips, we have taken the full Tru-Fit steps in this project. And what does that involve? Well, look, this is really trick. In the old days, this sort of sound deadener, which is an adhesive back thing that you can kind of fit all over the place, it's awesome. It used to be quite thick and it used to be bitumen based, and they actually banned it. The government banned it because the bitumen used to get really hot and stink and probably caught fire and stuff like that. So Resomat came up with a completely different product that's a whole lot lighter, and it's legal, and it's still got the same insulation qualities as the old heavy one. It's not that easy to work, but it's certainly not that hard either. And Jason has really hooked in with this, and he sort of nailed it almost straight from the start. Amazing guy, he's got some great talents there. Now, that's the first stage of the process. That cuts out heaps of noise, deadens everything. It's just wonderful stuff. But then you put this overlay on. Now, this is not just a piece of foam. It's actually quite heavy. And that's because sandwiched in between the foam is some rubber mat. So you've got the best of everything here. You've got alfoil, or aluminium shrouding, which is going to help keep heat and sound to a minimum in terms of insulation. Then you've got this foam and rubber sandwich on top of that, and then Tru-Fit does a formed rubber, or vinyl I guess you'd call it. It's so thick, it's plush, it's beautiful stuff. A full fitted deck that goes on top of that. So you've got, like, the original ones just came with a vinyl mat, bang, that was it. Well, you get that vinyl mat again, that's going in on top of that, and then, wait, there's more. Look, how plush is that? I mean, Tru-Fit Auto. I'm glad they put their name on there, because I'm going to think of them every time the Handbrake says it's more comfortable. No, I'm going to think about them a lot because it's worth it. Look at this, it's just glorious stuff. It's beautifully made. Now, I guess I've seen it at Australia's leading coach builder. Then I do a bit of a ring around. I find out that, all the star trucks, everybody who builds anything in Australia, including most of the hot rodders and, uses these products because they're just the best products you can get in the country without a doubt. And I'll get to show you the result. In fact, you're going to hear the result. You probably even see the result. A very unfussed Roothy driving down the track, all the sound's gone, truck's nice and quiet, except for the roar of the 3-inch exhaust.
Right, so we popped all the glass out of Milo 2 to get the cab painted. Jason's been cleaning off all the old Sikaflex and that off the old screens, and we came across some big substantial cracks in the screen. So our friends from Sunshine Coast Windscreens have come out. We've got a brand new windscreen here. We've got the brand new rubbers from Terrain Tamer, and we're going to get them back in now.
I've fitted a few windscreens myself over the years, mostly after emergencies. But when you see a real professional do it, gee, it's just a whole different matter, isn't it? I mean, I've usually got a couple of mates hanging onto the glass. He's got a special handle so he can do it all on his own. And these corner windows, well, you can see why the boys haven't let me anywhere near them. You can really scratch the paint up if you get it wrong, but nah, not a problem here whatsoever. Mate, you're good. Thanks.